Welcome to RandoConvo, a podcast where we talk about random subjects with random guests. I'm your host, GamerNate92, and with me is my co-host, Archer, aka Acrobat the Dragon.
Hey everyone!
So how was your day?
Pretty good. Been doing a whole bunch of stuff today, mostly cooking. A lot more cooking than I normally do.
Yeah, me too. I've been doing some baking mostly this week and past weekend.
Oh man. Let's see. So, I've made some strawberry lemonade.
Ooh.
I juiced the lemons and pureed the strawberries myself. It's let's see, 2 cups of water. And then 2 cups of simple sugar, which is just 2 cups of water with 1 cup of sugar dissolved into the water.
So you make it naturally.
And then yep.
Nice.
Half a cup of strawberry puree and 1.5 cups of lemon juice.
You know what? I'd love to make a blueberry mango lemonade.
That sounds interesting.
From scratch.
Yeah, you can like blend the stuff together probably and just make sure it doesn't like completely overpower everything else. As long as the flavors are balanced, it could be good.
Yeah. Though my most successful thing that I baked, or my 2 most successful things I baked the last week, was my sweet apple pear muffins and chicken pot pie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I've made a chicken pot pie before. Of course the chicken's in air quotes because I'm a vegetarian, but
yeah. You'd use like Beyond Chicken. Like Beyond Meat.
Yeah, I've used that brand before, but I use a different brand for chicken. I usually use Morning Star. Either that or Tofurkey. Either one.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you say Tofurkey?
Tofurkey, it's a specific
turkey.
brand.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, that's what they're known for, but they make chicken too.
Yeah. The thing that's special about this chicken pot pie is that it has blended carrots and broccoli. Mostly broccoli. Then of course I got like pulled rotisserie chicken.
Ooh, that's good
like
stuff.
The meat's pulled off the rotisserie chicken. Oh yes. It's seasoned.
That sounds good, like shredded?
Yeah. And
okay.
I also had like a 1/3 of butter, one fourth of salt substitute, and 1/4 of pepper, black pepper. And I forgot what the other ingredients are, but then I cooked them all up in a little pot, the stuffing, and then I drain out the liquid, and then I put in the crust is a Pillsbury butter biscuits that are flattened out.
Ooh.
Yeah. And what's cool is that oh my word, you saw the pictures I sent you, right?
I think so.
Of how they turned out.
Yeah,
let me send you. I'm sending it to you through Messenger.
Oh, okay.
Wait, where did it go? Oh yeah, it's in favorites. Oh, there they are. They turned out like that.
Oh, that's cool looking.
Yeah.
You put them in little muffin tins.
And then I had my parents try it, and they're like, "You gotta make these again." Yeah, and
Man, you could run a food truck, honestly.
That's what my dad said. Yeah, what's cool is that only one of those fills up one person.
Yeah, it's extremely hardy.
Mm-hmm. And
Let's see.
what's cool is that my dad ate it and he didn't have he slept great that night. it put him into
He had a food coma.
Yeah. Yeah. So so tonight's subject is vacations.
Oh man, I actually suggested this one at one point.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. Then we realized we both had the idea.
Yeah.
So I guess it's more of our subject, I guess, but
Yeah.
it's so, because it's usually Nathan who comes up with the subjects, randos. But I was gonna try to, but then I was thinking, vacations maybe. I don't have a whole lot of things about them, but like.
And voila, my subject today is vacations.
Yeah, I actually told him about it. He was like, "Wait, no, you can't be serious because I had that idea too."
Yeah,
and
what?
You know,
how is it? How is it that we have like the same thought process?
honestly, it's even crazier that we both have the same Patronus. We both have a fox as our Patronus for, for Potterheads.
Yeah,
Harry Potter
those
fans.
Harry Potter fans out there will know what we're talking about.
We both have the same Patronus.
Patronum.
Oh man.
Yeah.
What about species?
Huh?
I wonder what species of fox we would have. If that would be the same too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I bet.
Finnick, Arctic. Who knows?
Yeah.
Just regular fox, I guess.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So, which vacation do you want to start with? Hot or cold?
Well, I actually have more hot in temperature locations than cold. So
okay.
I think it would be faster for me if I started with cold because I only have 2.
Okay. Wait, which one?
Cold. I've been to
cold.
Cold.
Okay.
Cold.
Yeah, I got a really good one for cold, but you go first.
Okay. I'm gonna start with the first one that's cold.
Alright.
So I went to Washington D.C.
Ooh.
Yeah. Actually, that was my first time on a plane.
Wait,
I'd never been on a plane before that.
How's that cold? Was Hillary Clinton there?
No. Oh, okay. It was during spring break, and it actually gets pretty cold up there during the springtime.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was about the middle of March. So like
there were some blooms out there, or blossoms in the trees, weren't there?
You know what? I got there too early to see them.
Oh.
They literally bloomed like the week after I left, and we were all just like, "Come on, really?" Like, it couldn't have happened any sooner.
You know,
like we didn't get to see anything.
You know, I'd love to go to Japan to see the cherry blossoms in spring.
Yeah.
All the rivers in Tokyo turn pink from the petals.
Oh man.
Yeah, I've seen pictures, but I'd love to see him in person.
Yeah, it's always better in person.
Yeah.
So let's see.
So Washington D.C. So Washington D.C. Yeah.
Yeah, what we did in Washington D.C. So I'm a choir kid. I've been in choir pretty much the entirety of public school.
Yeah, we talked about that in the video game music episode.
Oh, yeah, well, when I learned there, I actually learned that in college, because I took a history class, basically a music history class. It's technically called, music literature, but same difference.
Oh, cool.
So, this was when I was in high school. I was a sophomore, so this was 2015, I believe. 15 or... yeah, it was 2015. I was 14 at the time. I turned 15 that July.
So 2014, you were 14.
Yeah. It's one of the easy things about being born in 2000 is that you don't have to do any math.
Right.
But
hey, how old are you? What year is it? 2020? So I'm 20 years old.
Yeah, except I can only say that for about half the year because my birthday is like towards the middle of the year.
Oh,
so,
okay.
like for the first half, I'm like the year -1, and then for the other half, I'm the year. So like, it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
If I were born in like January, then yeah, but otherwise, no. Yeah, the only downside I have for my birthday is that because my birthday is on the last day of the month, I always have to scroll all the way down on those date of birth things, so it's like, alright, month, okay, July. Okay, time to go for the day. Scroll, 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 just go all the way to the bottom, and it's the worst.
Oh, man.
Yeah, every time I have to scroll all the way down.
Yeah.
Makes me wish I had born a day later, just that I wouldn't have to do it.
Oh. Well, what I love about my birthday is that it's in the fall, where it's nice and cool.
Yeah, I'm so jealous, because that's my favorite season of the year. Meanwhile, yeah, I get stuck in the heat.
It's just so perfect. It's not too hot, not too cold. It's like a Goldilocks thing, weather.
Yeah, and I mean, you would think that as a dragon that I would enjoy hot weather, but I wasn't. I was born without any scales, so it takes a lot more for me to get hotter than everyone else. Yeah. Like, I'm a scaleless dragon. I can't. I have sensitive skin, I'm itchy all the time, and I just can't take heat quite as well as other dragons.
Neither can I.
It makes me upset.
Being a fox with all this fur, yeah, I can't either.
Yeah, it's probably even worse. It's probably even worse for you, honestly, because I don't have any fur or anything else like that. Yeah, I just don't have any scales.
Yeah, I really get hot easily.
Yeah.
A few times I almost went into a heat stroke.
Oh.
Yeah, but yeah, I love the fall and winter weather.
Yeah, me too. I get to bundle up. But
I prefer to live up in the Colorado mountains.
Oh, I've never been to Colorado. I hear it's pretty there.
Oh, I've skied up there before.
Oh, I hear the air is a lot easier to breathe.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's all sandy and dusty here for the most part.
Yeah. Yeehaw, Texas.
I mean, like, I live in a very, very flat part, so there's not really a whole lot to look at. They get trees and forests and stuff, but, like, most roads for me involve lots of pastures, lots of cows,
and then there's Tornado Alley, yeah.
Oh, yeah, there have been some people who like to go outside and watch the bad weather when there's, like, sirens going off.
Yeah,
there are a whole bunch of idiots out there.
I'd rather be in, like, a closed-off area that's has no windows or whatever.
Yeah, me too. I don't like tornadoes. I've always been scared of them, but
yeah.
I think we're losing the point of the subject.
Yeah, I was about to.
I think we need to go back.
I was about to go into a subject about tornadoes for that Home Improvement actually mentioned.
Oh man, but we should probably go back to the subject before I forget. So, okay, Washington D.C. That is the point here.
Yeah.
That's what we should be talking about.
Vacations.
Vacations, not home. Away from home. Okay. So, we took off. And because I was there with a whole bunch of different people. So let's see. We had some chaperones. Actually, my mom got to come with me.
Ooh,
so
cool.
That was nice. Because she signed up as a chaperone. There were other parents there too, but she was one of them. Yeah. Let's see. So one of my choir mates, a fellow alto, because I was an alto at the time. I'm a countertenor now.
Oh, you're an alto?
I was. Now I'm a countertenor, which is effectively an alto. It's just a dude's way of describing it.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm
a dude with a range of an alto.
I don't know if I'm a tenor or tenor bass. I'm not sure.
You might be baritone, which is kind of in between, a mix of the two.
Baritone?
Baritone, yeah, it's like a mix.
You've heard me sing before.
Yeah. Baritone, tenor.
Which, by the way, randos, I sing pretty good. Like, I fooled my parents when I sang Music of the Night from Phantom of the Opera. They didn't know it was me.
Yeah, he's got he covered that on his channel. You should listen to it. It's really good. He's very good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'd say like, you're a strong baritone. You could sing a little deeper. You could get into bass, but you're mostly in tenor. So
yeah, I can't sing bass. I tried.
But no, most people
can't. I can't. It hurts my throat, or it hurts my neck muscles getting that deep.
Yeah, no, it takes a lot. You have to be like, you have to have really long vocal cords.
You gotta be fat too. No, I'm sorry. Just
kidding. No.
I'm kidding, randos. I'm kidding.
No, it's more, you have to be tall. Like, you have to be of a larger stature, as in tall.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think weight has much
to do
with it, but
I'm pretty tall. I'm like 6'4", but I can't sing that deep.
Yeah. It just depends on your vocal cords.
I can sing high a little bit though, up to tenor. Yeah,
so you're probably a baritone.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm over here like 5'3". So you're like a foot taller than me, honestly. So I can sing sing higher notes.
A foot and 1 inch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So ignore Daisy in the background. I don't know what her problem is. She's got food and water. Well, this will be your first appearance on the channel, huh? Okay. Yeah, just bear with me. Daisy's an old lady who's grumpy about everything. But anyway, so one of my fellow altos, she had just had surgery on her arm because it had broken, and she got like reconstructive surgery on her arm. And so like she had to go through extra security because, you know, whenever you go into surgery, you also ask the surgeon to put in various illegal objects.
Ooh.
So like, obviously joking, but
okay.
No, they had to do that because, you know, metal from the staples and like the metal, she had like a metal rod put in to help her heal and stuff. So they had to make sure that the rod wasn't anything terrifying or dangerous or anything like that. So
yeah,
they had to like put her through the scanner and then like pat her down vigorously, and I felt so bad for her. Like honestly, I hate the idea of that in general, just because gender dysphoria is a thing for me. But just for anyone to go through, I feel like is also pretty invasive because they have to check everywhere.
Yeah.
They like, it's not like a strip search or anything crazy, but like it's enough to be invasive at the very least.
Yeah.
So like that was the first major thing that happened. We got on a plane, and so whenever we got on, we got our sodas and stuff, things like that. They had like special little sticks in there with hearts on them to decorate the cups. So that was cute. Very nice. And then it was about 4 hours on the plane.
Oh,
about 4 hours. I mean, it's better than driving. It would have taken multiple days.
Yeah. Yeah.
Suddenly, I'm glad I'm not in band. Anyway, so we flew up there because we didn't need to bring any equipment because we were the equipment for choir. We're our own instruments. So we were able to fly up there about 4 hours. And then we landed, and it was honestly really, really cool to get there. And so what happened after that? We went to our hotel, and it was extremely pretty, very picturesque.
Ooh.
And they had like a little cafe in the main entry hall, and then like there are lots of really ornate like rugs and decorations. Honestly,
yeah.
I felt like I was in the Queen's castle. It was that fancy. That's
Wow.
how ornate everything was. There wasn't like gold or anything fancy all over the place, but
speaking of royalty, I just want to get this out of the way so I won't forget later. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm officially a lord.
Oh yeah, you bought that little you got the little piece of land out in Scotland, and
I own
it.
I own 1 square foot of land in Scotland, and I plan on adding a bit more land to it later on.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And then you can move to Scotland and then profit, I guess. I don't know.
Or
if you get enough.
Actually, if I get like 1,000 square feet for like $750, and if someone puts a house or lives on that piece of land, then they pay me property tax to be able to live on it.
All right.
I know, but yeah, Lord. I'll bleep this out. Lord.
Ooh. All right.
Yeah. But yeah, my middle name sounds Scottish, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So back to the subject. Did you ever see the Smithsonian, or at least part of it? Because it takes a week to go through that whole place.
Yeah, I did get to go see the Air and Space Museum. That was the extent of my Smithsonian journeys, but I did get to see all the other major buildings, and actually, something really, really wholesome happened on my trip. I got to see my Uncle Tony. Because he lived there at the time. He lives closer to the rest of my family now. Because he was like that weird person who lived like a million miles away. Because he had a good job.
Wait, so you're saying that he's like the weird uncle of the family?
Well, I mean, yeah, but he's not really a bad person. I mean, he's just the black sheep more than anything else.
There's always that one family member, you know?
Yeah. So he liked to joke that I somehow managed to take his DNA into my DNA because he and I are not genetically related.
What?
Yeah, so my mom's 2 brothers, my Uncle Brad is her half-brother, and then my Uncle Tony is her stepbrother. So, because he's my mom's stepbrother, he and I are not genetically related.
Huh.
Yeah. So, like, we have extremely similar traits for, like, no particular reason other than sheer coincidence. So, we just like to joke that somehow I am... Pretty much, we just like to joke that, I somehow absorbed part of his DNA.
Kinda like how you and I share half a brain.
Yeah! Our brains were cloned. That's just how it happened. Like, almost completely cloned.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah, almost. We differ in ways, but, like, for the most part...
Yeah.
It's like 95% the same.
Yeah,
I don't know how it happened.
But seriously, y'all, we're not kidding about this.
No, we're not even close to being genetically related. We live in different areas. Like, yeah, like it's just pure coincidence.
Yeah, and like if we have this the same idea, like when we tell each other, like, hey, I got an idea. Oh, me too. And we say the same thing. We're like, what in the world?
Yeah, we're like astounded every single time.
Yeah. The only difference is I'm a giant and he's a hobbit.
Yeah, I'm tiny. I'm very small.
And I'm a omnivore and he's a vegetarian.
Yeah, pretty much. Let's see. Back to the point.
Yeah.
So I did get to see my Uncle Tony. We met at the Corner Street Bakery, in downtown New York City. Not New York City. What am I going on? Washington D.C.
You mean Washington D.C.? Oh, I was about to. My face just went. My eyes went. Wait, what?
What am I going on about? I'm sorry.
Did you ever go to New York City?
No, I've never been there.
Oh, yeah, good. It's too crowded up there.
Yeah, I feel like I wouldn't do very well.
Yeah.
Especially with all the noise.
Yeah.
Sensory overload. No thanks.
The city that never sleeps until March of 2020.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, y'all get the point. Anyway, so
we got to meet there. My mom actually started crying because she had never done something like this before, and she hadn't seen him in person in years.
Oh wow.
Because he lives so far away, we call somewhat consistently. Yeah. Otherwise, not much of a chance. So that was very wholesome, and he took us out to the melting pot afterwards.
Ooh. The melting pot, is that like a restaurant?
It's a very fancy restaurant.
Ooh.
So it's a fondue restaurant.
Oh, I've always wanted to try fondue.
Oh man, probably have better luck trying it home because the melting pot is obscenely expensive, and I've only been there twice, and I probably never will again because of how expensive it is. Like, I'll become a millionaire, and then I'll be comfortable to go there one time.
Yeah.
No, it's one of those kind of places.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I've always wanted to try fondue, but there was actually one thing that I really want to try that from when I saw Rhett and Link from Good Mythical Morning try this one, Will It Fondue? Cheetos Puffs.
I mean, yeah, cheese is a pretty good.
No, the Cheetos Puffs. Like you dip it in the fondue cheese.
Yeah.
And
I thought you meant like make it into the cheese.
No, they took the Cheetos Puff itself, and this was before Josh was their cook. But they took the Cheetos Puff on the little pronged fork or whatever that is.
Yeah.
The stick, the fondue stick.
Yeah.
And they took the Cheetos Puff and dipped it into the cheese and rolled it into it. Oh, it looks so good. They're like, oh yeah. Will it fondue?
I imagine.
Yes.
Yes.
The worst part of that was red snapper heads. Yeah, the head of a red snapper fish.
No.
Link was going.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, so my vacation. Are you done, by the way?
Well, I can summarize it. So I got to see all of the major buildings in DC. So like the Washington Monument.
Oh, cool.
Got to stand where Martin Luther King gave his "I Had a Dream" speech.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I actually got a good picture of my feet standing where his were. Oh. It was like a bird's eye view, top down.
I bet you just standing there felt just the emotions just plowed right through you. Just standing in that spot where he stood.
It felt significant, yeah. Very, very strong. Like, I think I was just more overwhelmed than anything. Like, with like.
That's what I meant. Just an overwhelming feeling of just standing in the same spot.
Yeah, I felt completely bewildered.
Yeah.
I guess is the way to describe that, because it not only was it a beautiful view, but it was just so emotionally significant that, I haven't quite felt something like that since.
Yeah. I felt the same way. I felt the same way whenever me and Mom got to stand in front of Graceland.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Elvis's house, y'all.
Yeah.
Or his mansion.
His mansion is the better way to describe it.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to try. I want to try to make his most famous it was his most favorite dish that his mama made for him.
Yeah.
The bacon fried peanut butter banana sandwich.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have bacon in it. It's bacon fried.
Yeah.
Like the grease. You fry it in the grease.
Yeah, still not technically vegetarian, but it could be considered like as a cheat meal, maybe one.
There's two other dishes that you would actually like to try. His banana pudding.
Mm.
Oh, I love banana pudding. I love my late grandma's banana pudding.
Yeah, my grandma has a good recipe too.
Yeah, and then there's the deep fried green tomatoes.
Oh, you know what? I've seen restaurants serve those. I just haven't quite ordered them. I hear they're good though.
Yeah.
I'm just really picky about tomatoes.
I found out that they're so good that Link from Good Mythical Morning, he hates tomatoes, but when he ate it, he's like, you know what? This is actually really good.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, they're like little yellow slices, they look yellow, but they're actually green tomatoes. It just slices that are battered and deep fried.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've seen those around.
Yeah. Anyway, so my cold vacation. Yeah. Yeah, here I was talking about mostly about food and other things, and we're already over 30 minutes in.
Oh well, that's fine.
Or 20 minutes in, because there was some stuff I had to cut out.
Yeah.
But anyway, my favorite cold vacation was up in Whistler, Canada.
Ooh.
And oh my word, it's beautiful up there. I mean, so we went there like 1 week before the Winter Olympics even started in 2010.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it was like 12 years ago. Holy crap. Man. Was it that long ago? Anyway.
I guess so.
So we fly up to Seattle, Washington to stay with family, and then we left the next morning on our way to the Canadian border.
Oh.
Yeah, we drove up there.
That's wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then we made it through. We made it through customs, and we had to. And we changed our American money to Canadian currency.
Oh no.
Yeah, Yeah, and it was cool seeing the different kind of money. I was like, whoa. Yeah, they had pennies.
It's very colorful, right?
Yeah, it's a lot better than ours. Speaking of which,
it all looks the same.
Speaking of which, I love my brother's money in New Zealand. There's this plastic.
Hmm.
Yeah, it feels like plastic, and that depending on the size of the currency, like $50, $10, $5, the lower the value, the smaller the bill is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hmm. Interesting.
Yeah, it's got a lot of colors too.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, so we go past Vancouver, and as soon as we start going up the mountain to Whistler, it starts snowing.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then as soon as we got to the hotel that we stay at next to the village, the Whistler village, the snowflakes get bigger.
Oh, yeah.
Compared to my hand, which they're giant, the flakes were 3 fingers wide. So compared to your hand,
that's some big snowflake.
So compared to your hand, it'd be like 4 fingers wide.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's the size of my whole hand.
Yeah, yeah. They were almost as big. There was some that were almost as big as my palm.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's awesome, though.
And and they said this was the freshest snow we've had all year.
Wow.
Oh my word. And so we go in and check into our hotel, and that was, and then within like 3 minutes, we go outside and the whole road and our cars are covered in snow, already up to an inch.
All right.
No joke. Yeah, there was already up an inch of snow within 3 minutes, and the roads weren't even covered when we got to the hotel.
That sounds about right.
Oh, it was awesome. And
Yeah.
then so we got our rooms, and then we decided to go visit the Whistler Village, and yeah, it's still snowing.
Oh, I'm sure.
And well, it was, oh my word, the base of the ski slopes, they had like snow sculptures built everywhere. They even had a 20-foot tall, 40-foot wide TV screen made of snow, and projected on it was like trailers and everything promoting the Winter Olympics.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, what? And then we could see the giant snowmobiles prepping the ski slopes for the next morning. And
Ooh.
that was the best skiing experience I've ever had.
And
even though
I've never been
even though my legs got really sore. But oh my word. It was amazing. It was beautiful. The Whistler Village was beautiful at night. Hold on, I gotta send you a picture. I can't describe it in words.
Yeah, I'm sure. I've never been skiing before, so it sounds like fun.
Oh, it is. It gives your legs a lot of exercise.
I bet.
But boy, are you sore in that night and the next morning. That's why I brought my my Nintendo Wii with Smash Brothers on it. So like when we're sore and just want to relax for a little while, me and my brother and my cousins would play Smash Brothers on the Wii. It is Brawl.
Yeah, that's the same one I have.
Smash Brothers. We play Smash Brothers Brawl.
Mhm.
And I don't know what inspired me or whatever, but during that time, while I'm skiing, I would imagine like seeing like snow type or ice type Pokemon just wandering the sides of the woods.
Oh yeah, it would also be cool to see like a weird deer, even though it isn't an ice type.
Yeah, and in one area I'd see like a little small pack of snow runts.
I could just imagine like little Spheals just rolling down the slopes.
Wait, what?
Spheals?
Oh yeah, but
it's just tumbling down,
yeah, but
turning into snowballs.
There's no lakes around the Whistler Village.
Who cares? They'd had fun anyways.
Yeah, they would.
Forget about that, honestly. They would just be there to be living snowballs.
Oh yeah.
It's fine.
Oh yeah, and of course some snowvers hiding in the trees.
Yeah. And then like a bomb of snow is just trying to knock him down or something.
Yeah.
And then like Laney's going like no, and just.
Yeah. Ooh, oh, here's a nice photo. So yeah, the best pictures are from when they're taken at night.
Yeah. Everything is a lot prettier at night.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, look at that. That's the Whistler Village.
Ooh.
Yeah. What was?
Oh, it looks like a. Don't mean to make this sound like some kind of insult because I mean it as a compliment.
Hmm?
It looks like something straight out of Hallmark.
It does, doesn't it? It does.
Like I could see that on like a Merry Christmas card or something.
Yes. Or like on some romantic chick flick Hallmark Channel movie.
That too, but I can mostly see it on a card or something.
Yeah, Hallmark Hallmark Christmas card. Like a
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
now what I'd really love to go skiing up is up in Switzerland.
Oh, I hear they have the coolest mountains.
Yes.
And chocolate.
Oh yeah.
and chocolate, that too, but like...
The best Swiss hot chocolate.
Oh, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of unrelated, but my mom, she used to vacation a lot when she was a kid.
Oh?
And, she went to Jamaica at one point. And they have the best hot chocolate there.
You know,
it's more like chocolate syrup. It's like warm chocolate syrup, apparently.
Oh my word, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, because, you know, they have the cacao trees and stuff, so they're able to grow it immediately. Yeah, I've heard it be pronounced cacao too. I think that might be a separate thing.
Yeah. But we actually, during one of my hot vacations, we actually stopped by in Jamaica on my cruise. On a cruise once.
Yeah, I went on a cruise too, just not to Jamaica.
We actually the Mashburn family, we actually got to get a cruise on, well, it used to be, but now it's like the second biggest, but it was the biggest cruise line ship in the world. The Oasis of the Seas.
Oh, I've heard of that.
It's a beautiful ship. It's got like a corridor down the middle that leads up to an amphitheater.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, there's an amphitheater in the back of the ship that's open up where you can see like the sky and the ocean and everything.
Ooh.
Oh man, oh. I loved how blue the water was whenever we go out to sea.
Oh yeah, the waters in Gulf of Mexico are the prettiest I've seen. Although it is the only like major body of water I've seen. I've seen lakes and rivers, of course, and ponds, which aren't really worth talking about. But like seeing a gulf like that was awesome and so kind of terrifying, knowing that there are bigger versions of this that exist, like oceans.
Yeah.
And
now during my senior trip during the whole where we drove the whole West Coast from California to Washington, we actually got to see the Pacific Ocean.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's colder than you think. Oh my word! It was summertime, and the water was like 50 degrees.
And
that's
pretty chilly.
My brother. Oh my word!
Oh no!
He wanted to he wanted to see how long he could swim out there in the when we were at a beach. I forgot which beach it was, but he decided to go swim. Dang it, Daisy! He decided to go swim.
Oh, actually, Rocky. Oh no, that was Daisy.
Okay.
Daisy and Rocky, they're just having married couple.
Old married couple. they're having
an old married couple. Like, yeah, they get in arguments because Rocky's just a jerk about food. So Daisy's now coming to yell at me about it. Like, calm him down, please. But I can't do anything.
Anyway, so my brother, he thought he could see how long he could stay out in the Pacific Ocean water. And when he came back, he's like, "Okay, I'm done." His lips were blue.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I was expecting him to like dip his toe in for like half a second, and he was just
had
like,
like half his. He like had up. He was up to his chest in the water.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. I put my toes in the water and.
Yeah, I have been to like beaches and stuff before, so like
but
the water can be pretty cold.
Yeah, but I think I'm gonna stick with the Gulf Ocean water. It's nice and warm, but not too warm.
Yeah.
But yeah. Gulf Shores, Alabama.
Oh.
I love going. I miss going there with my family. It's oh my word. It's okay. So we decided that the best times to go there is like during July, between May and July, because
Yeah.
if once we go out there during August, that's when the jellyfish migration comes through with the currents.
Oh.
Yeah, and there's
Oh.
way too many jellyfish that wash up too close to the shore. And
Yeah.
people get stung and everything, and yeah.
Mhm.
But
Um.
but
Oh.
yeah, like we have dozens of pictures of us at Gulf Shores for like when me and my brother and cousins were kids, and
Aw.
whenever our Seattle family was with us at Gulf Shores.
Oh.
Yeah, they flew down to Arkansas just so they can go to Gulf Shores with us.
That's awesome, honestly.
Yeah, they though they loved the beach, but they weren't really used to the hot of
The heat,
Arkansas.
yeah.
but
I
but
imagine not if you live in
but
Seattle.
but it's not that hot down in Alabama Gulf Shores. It's got like the ocean breeze has like a nice cool breeze to cool you off a little bit.
Oh.
But I loved waking up every morning and hear the ocean crash against the shore.
Oh, it is such a relaxing sound. Mhm.
It also put me to sleep too.
Yeah, it's very nice.
A few times we would actually find little little baby sea turtles crawling out of the nest going to the ocean.
Mm. Aw.
Yeah. And
I got a cool story about that I'll talk about later.
okay, but what's cool is that these were the baby leatherback sea turtle.
Leatherbacks?
Yeah.
Oh, those are so cool. It's my favorite species.
Yeah, they're
It's
huge.
endangered.
They're huge too.
Yeah, they're the world's biggest species.
Yeah, it used to be the Archelon, but those went extinct, and now it's the leatherback sea turtle.
Yeah, and those are they're endangered. So
Yeah,
like,
they are. But yeah, down at Gulf Shores, they actually have those little leatherback sea turtle that crawl out to the ocean.
oh
Yeah. But I also loved fishing out on the pier that's connected to our hotel, which
yeah.
by the way, not a sponsor, but I recommend Four Seasons.
Oh, Four Seasons is like really, really fancy, high class, from what I
Oh,
heard.
it's not that pricey though.
That's good. I
Yeah.
hear they're only in like really big touristy cities though. I've actually never stayed in one before.
Well, Four Seasons. Yeah, there's like hundreds of condominiums and yeah, these are like condos. They just like
Yeah.
rows down all the way down the beach. But there are some condos that are like really fancy looking, and I love the designs. But Four Seasons, it just has that nostalgic feel. Plus, it feels like the whole building's made of coral.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's even colored like coral.
that's awesome.
Yeah, I remember when we drove up to the to where we walk in. I can't remember.
Mhm.
Anyway, they have like a stylized pattern of a seashell right in front on the pavement of the walkway when you go in, and in their
Ooh.
pool they have the same logo.
Mm.
Yeah,
That's
they
awesome.
got a a hot tub, an indoor pool if you get hot from outside, an outdoor pool. Which one
Yeah.
time we found a sand crab that crawled into it. which
Aw.
which we every night we would always go out and hunt for sand crabs.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's so much fun. We just shine a flashlight. We would see one running. It's like, oh, there's one. Yeah, and then then afterwards we would see how many we would catch and see who would win, and then we'd let them go.
Aw.
Yeah, but you gotta watch out for those pincers though.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Um, I another story about crabs that I'll also share because it's from the same vacation
yeah.
as
Now I
T-Girl story.
I'm almost done.
Okay.
But okay, so and to closes off for my hot vacation, favorite hot vacation area. My dad was fishing one day while we were all still asleep. Yeah, he went out early in the morning. So, there was barely any people.
Yeah.
And he sees something big, like about swimming toward the pier.
Oh.
And he looks down and sees a manatee.
Aww.
Yeah. It's a big...
Those are so cool.
Yeah. There's a huge manatee just swims right under the pier and it goes out right out the other side, just goes off. I was like... But when my dad told me this, I was like, wait, how did it even get out in the ocean? It's like, there's probably a river that from the swamps, from the Everglades behind us.
Yeah. That makes the most amount of sense.
Yeah. But yeah, I was like, what? Oh, I should have been out there with you so I could take a picture. But he didn't have his camera or phone on him because he didn't want to accidentally drop it into the ocean.
Can't blame him. I probably would have kept mine in a pocket with a button latch over just to make sure.
Yeah, or a string that's attached to your waist.
Maybe, yeah, that might come loose though.
Yeah.
Or maybe put it in a Ziploc bag, because that can actually be good for protecting your phone.
Yeah.
And you can still use it too.
Yeah. But yeah, those are my favorite hot and cold vacation places.
Ooh. So, for me, I have two favorite warm temperature vacations, but I'll talk about this one because I've already given little hints about it.
Okay.
I went to, if Daisy will let me finish the sentence, I went to South Padre Island.
Ooh.
It is
what?
Yeah, so it's an island on the very, very southern tip of Texas.
Ooh.
It's
on that like that hook on Texas.
Yeah, I guess it's pretty close to the Mexican border.
Oh wow.
Almost directly next to it. So
Hola, Señor Archer.
Hey!
Sorry.
So, you're good. So, let's see. There's a major city nearby called Brownsville. That's the closest major city.
I bet you there's a lot of listeners from Texas that's like, oh yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, it's actually an extremely popular vacation site. I've seen people in my area, which isn't remotely close to South Padre, wearing South Padre shirts and stuff. So it's actually fairly popular to go there.
Cool.
Because you get to be on an island and still be in Texas, which is kind of an out there idea. Unless not counting Galveston Island, of course.
Wait, Daisy, gosh.
Daisy is not sure what she wants. She's just mad.
Yeah. It's pay attention to me.
Yeah. Man. So let's see. So it took us a while to get there. We drove. We did not fly.
We did the same for when we go to Gulf Shores. We drive there.
Yeah.
It usually takes us 2 days.
Yeah, it took me 2 days also.
Yeah.
I had to spend the night in the hotel.
Oh well.
We had basically we had gotten up at 8 in the morning and left, and we finished driving at about 1 a.m. and then spent the night, and then woke up again, and then we spent another several hours before we got there.
Oh.
So, very, very far away.
Excuse me.
Fine.
Came out of nowhere.
It's okay. So it took us a long time to get there, but it was worth the traveling because, we went to this town at first called Port Isabel, because that's so Port Isabel is on the, mainland side of the causeway between the mainland and the island.
Huh.
Causeway, of course, being the big, huge bridge that goes over a large body of water.
Oh wow.
So yeah.
Kind of sounds like that one bridge that's like in Louisiana, where you just see, you driving over, but you just see a body of water as far as the eye could see.
Yeah, pretty much, like, on the way to, like, New Orleans and stuff. It's pretty much entirely a causeway, but it's mostly marsh instead of, the Laguna Madre is the name of it.
Ah.
The body of water between the mainland and, the island.
Nice.
So,
No,
of course, Laguna Madre meaning, Mother Lagoon, and then South Padre being, Padre Island,
South
Father
Father.
Island.
Oh.
Father Island.
Yeah. But
We went to South Padre. There's a North Padre, but it's not as fun.
yeah. But that when you were saying about traveling over the water, when we were going to Gulf Shores, it was the opposite, where we went through a tunnel, under the ocean.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that sounds cool.
Oh, it was trippy when we first went through it as a kid.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, but
Hmm.
then we were like, oh, are we getting to the tunnel? But during that time, we traveled in my grandparents' old van, which we loved when we were kids, because it had a VHS player in there and a little TV, and we just watched Disney movies and other movies while traveling up to Gulf Shores.
Ooh.
And there was one time where we were able to hook up our Nintendo 64 to it, because it had the
Ooh.
red, white, and yellow plugins in one
Oh
area,
yeah.
and we were able to play like 64 games in the van.
That's awesome.
It even had lights on it. That was like movie theater settings, where we would turn off the lights, and then you could see, like, in these black tinted things toward the ceiling, had like little strips of light, like rope lights inside, that would give a faint glow, so like you're in a theater.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, but then one year, when we got older, when we were in our teens, I think I was 16. The van its age finally caught up to it.
Oh,
And
so
they
had to get a new one.
They sold it.
Oh,
And we never got this similar van like that again, or they didn't.
that sucks.
Yeah, I know. We had so many memories in that van.
Yeah.
But yeah, what was cool is that the back seat could fold out to be a bed.
Ooh.
So when we were driving to Gulf Shores, we did that, and me and my cousins would sleep on there while my parents or our family would switch to take turns driving at night. Yeah. And while everyone else was sleeping, yeah, they had to drink a lot of coffee.
I bet.
Yeah. But I miss the old days.
Yeah. Yeah, me too, to an extent.
Yeah.
So let's see. So we finally finished driving, and we stopped in Port Isabel first because they had a lighthouse there.
Ooh. Oh,
And
I've never been to a lighthouse.
Well, the one I went into, which is decent size, not anything like absolutely huge or tall or giant. It was pretty cramped.
Yeah, I'd love to go see a lighthouse up in Maine.
Oh yeah, that's where all the cool ones are.
I'd love
like,
to go eat
Cape
lobster.
Cod
I'd love to go eat lobster up in Maine.
Yeah, actually, my sister's friend is from there.
Ooh.
Actually, he's from Maryland, but he's been to Maine.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, anyway, so, we got to climb up all the way, look outside. Pretty view. It was a good view of the town. and of the ocean. Well, of the Laguna Madre.
Hmm.
We went to an ice cream parlor called Davy Jones's Locker.
Oh no.
I got Mississippi mud flavored, so lots of chocolate.
Whoa. Oh. I was like, wait, mud?
It's
And
like
then you
a
said chocolate.
chocolate ice cream with like but yeah, Mississippi mud is the name of the flavor.
Whoa, nice.
So it's chocolate ice cream with like fudge and chocolate chips and brownie bits and like a
Ooh.
whole bunch of chocolate. It was really good. I
Oh,
really like chocolate.
yeah, I'm glad my mom isn't in here listening to this. She'd be like, I want to go visit this place. It's like, but mom, you're diabetic. she, she loves chocolate.
Yeah, me too. It's the biggest reason why I'm vegetarian instead of vegan.
Yeah, my brother really loves chocolate.
Yeah, I really like cheese too. That's the other reason.
Ooh.
Why I'm not vegan.
What
Anyways,
what is your favorite cheese?
probably Gouda.
You dang it, you too.
I mean,
what?
yeah, I actually don't like a lot of sharp cheeses.
Dude, come on! What in the world?
Yeah, either that or Romano. Either one.
Oh, there's one, but yeah, freaking. Dang it! That's another similar thing. Dang it!
Just to add it to the list.
Yeah.
It's already several miles long.
In my head, I was like, "Don't say Gouda. Don't say Gouda." But what my favorite kind of Gouda is the smoked Gouda.
Me too. It tastes like bacon.
Yeah. There's one kind of Gouda that I tried recently that I was like, ooh, is apple smoked Gouda.
Oh, like I think I've tried that before.
Like applewood smoked Gouda.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, there's one cheese that I'd really love to try. It's ep.8. It's a pudding cheese.
Oh, yeah. What kind?
But it's like a puddingy cheese. It's a wheel. It's like a wheel, but once you cut off a sliver of the top, the inside's like a pudding. Now, my mom's favorite cheese, of course, is blue cheese, or any kind of cheese that has those blue slivers. The mold.
Yeah, blue cheese. Yeah, blue cheese is also really good.
There's one that I really don't want to try. Actually, there's a few, but out of all of them, there's one that I don't want to try at all. Gorgonzola.
I've never tried it. I wanted to, but I'm not.
It sounded like there was another woman's voice when you just talked.
That's Daisy.
No, it was like a.
She's just.
Like you said, like you were talking, and it sounded like there was a deep-voiced woman in the background.
Yeah. Oh, it probably still is Daisy because she is barking at me still. She's not gonna stop. It's just I can't stop it.
She spoke words.
No. She just
Oh. Anyway. Okay, go away, ghost. Anyway, so what? So yeah, Gorgonzola.
Yeah.
Phew. Smells like a fart. Hello?
Hey, sorry, I was grabbing Daisy.
Oh, okay. But yeah, the Gorgonzola smells like fart.
That doesn't bode well.
Yeah. What were you saying?
I'm not a huge fan of sharper cheeses.
Oh, you are?
Like I actually really don't like Swiss cheese.
What? Well, I can understand that, but you gotta admit it tastes. Well, oh wait, no, you're a vegetarian. I'd say it tastes great on burgers.
Oh, I can still eat burgers.
What?
I just use veggie patties.
Oh.
Instead.
Yeah.
They're
Beyond Meat.
Yeah, that brand. A few others.
You know, there was a Good Mythical Morning episode where they were talking about what was the best, vegetarian or vegan beef, like burgers or whatever. I forgot what brand it was, but they said, "Wait, this is Just vegetables? What? It tastes like meat.
Oh, that's probably impossible because it's supposed to mimic it.
It wasn't. It wasn't impossible. It was a other brand. It was like store-bought brand.
Oh, Impossible is also store-bought, but what else?
But,
Beyond Meat.
yeah, I'll have to send
Morningstar.
Yeah, I'll have to send you a link to that episode.
Okay. Maybe Gardine.
Yeah. Anyway, back to the vacation subject.
They keep going off topic, yeah, but that's just the natural course of things, I guess.
Yeah, you said there was a chocolate store down at your favorite hot vacation spot.
Oh, it was a ice cream store.
Oh, ice cream. Okay.
Yeah, it was an ice cream parlor. That had Mississippi mud flavored stuff. So we did that. And then we went across the causeway because our hotel was over on the main island. So we checked in. And the entire island has one major road going all the way down called Padre Boulevard, I believe.
Oh wow.
And then tiny little offshoot streets for different parts of town. There are some houses, the town itself is actually pretty small. There's only about 1,000 people living there.
I've seen smaller.
Yeah, but most people either worked there on the island.
I have to bleep that out, but is actually only 1,700.
Oh man, that's pretty small.
It used to be 1,400, but we've grown.
Oh, well, sweet. That's cool.
Yeah, we have our own Walmart now.
Oh man.
Yeah, and a Little Caesars, a Pizza Hut, Domino's, and yeah.
That's really cool.
And we finally got a Burger King that's right across from our McDonald's. And it used to be so much smaller, and our only grocery store was called Knight's, but it's now called Edwards. Oh, and we just got a Tractor Supply store, or TSC.
Oh, yeah.
Which is where we get our chicken stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I raised chickens, y'all. Just a reminder.
Oh yeah, we talked about it in the pets episode, I think.
Yeah, we did.
Anyway, so we got to the main island, we checked in, and I don't remember what all we did, in a specific timeline, but I'll just say a collection of all the things we did. So first off, the sea turtles I talked about.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
So there is there's a wildlife refuge there on the island.
Aww.
It's right next to the beach. Because a lot of the animals they rescue are from the beach. Of course there are others, but it's mostly beach animals.
Yeah.
So, they have this event where most mornings, and by mornings I mean 5 a.m., before the sun rises, they basically, take any sea turtle hatchlings they have, and they dump them out onto the sand, and they let them walk into the ocean every morning.
Yeah, they hear the waves. Their instinct, they hear the waves, and they go towards it, or they follow where the moon's shining.
Yeah. Depending on when they hatch, of course. So
yeah.
So not only was that, first off, really cool to see, but also freaking adorable. Because we got to watch their little flipper prints in the sand, and they're so tiny. There are 100 of them.
Oh wow! I would love to see that. which
they do it
not
really
as
often.
Many.
Yeah. So that part is cute, but then there's another part that's really, really funny.
What?
Because they have to distract the seagulls.
Oh no.
So what they do is that they get one person and hand them this sort of little mason jar full of seagull cookies. they make cookies for the seagulls.
What?
And they're there's like all kinds of different shapes. So you see stars, you see squares, you see all kinds of little shapes. Just in this little mason jar, and they basically say, "Okay, go a really long distance that way," and they just run.
I really hope someone animates over our stories.
Yeah, I hope so, because it is hilarious. So they took this tiny little lady. She must have been like mid-20s. So
when you said little lady, I was like, little old lady. I was like, uh-oh.
No, it was a young lady. She was just of a really small build.
Oh, okay.
So she might have been like an intern or something. They were all like fairly young. Like I didn't see anyone over like the age of 35.
She was doing goal distraction duty.
Yeah, so they basically had her run all the way over like 200, 300 feet away. And basically you could like look at the side and see little sea turtles going off into the ocean to live, hopefully. And then you just look to the right and you see this swarm of seagulls just dive bombing around her, and she's just throwing the cookies all over the place.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was amazing. We got to see it happen twice. Because we went like 2 separate times.
Oh, I wish I was there to see that. That would have been fun to video.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, no, I think the only time we saw something
like you're videoing the baby sea turtles walking, and then you suddenly pan up and there's someone being swarmed by all these seagulls.
Yeah, there was like several dozen seagulls. There might have been up to like 40 seagulls in the sky.
Wow.
Just swarming her. And she was just throwing them all over the place. And then like afterwards, after all the sea turtles had gone into the ocean, she just came back and her hair was a mess, and like and she was like, "I'm okay. I promise."
And then you see her shirt's covered in gull poop.
Yeah, maybe. No. I can't remember that part, but the jar was empty.
Oh, okay. Now, the whole time you were saying this, saying you were distracting the gulls to keep away from the baby sea turtles, it reminded me of this trailer that I saw, and it for a new show that's coming out, and it started off with these little baby sea turtles crawling across the sand, and then all of a sudden you see something in the background that's blurred out from the camera, like the focus.
Yeah.
The foreground's in sharp, but the background's blurred out. You see something moving and looking at the baby sea turtles, and it turns out it was a baby T-Rex.
You showed me the trailer, right? It was
and Big Daddy's watching in the background. So think of that, like if dinosaurs were still alive and he had to distract the baby T-Rexes from the baby sea turtles.
They would not survive.
Yeah.
Not for a second.
Yeah, they had to think like, oh crap, the parents are watching. Still not a sponsor. That was a trailer from the new series that's coming out actually next week. Prehistoric Planet. It's the same creators as Planet Earth.
Yeah.
But dinosaur time.
Mm.
What was cool? Yeah, I'll have to talk about this in another time. Anyway, is there anything else you wanted to say?
I went horseback riding twice also.
Ooh, cool.
Sunset riding was one of them.
Ooh.
And first time it was just standard. The name of the horse that I was riding had a really stupid name.
Oh no.
His name was Chum Bucket. As if Plankton's restaurant from SpongeBob. Chum Bucket.
Who names a horse Chum Bucket?
Apparently the people who owns the horses.
What, does his breath stink or something?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know why they named him that.
Yeah.
But my sister's horse was named Dinero.
I've heard worse, actually.
Let's see, and then my mom's horse was named Orange Crush.
Aw, that sounds cute.
Yeah, after the start, of course.
I just wanted to get this out of the way. There was one horse that I saw that actually looked like Epona from Zelda. No joke.
Ooh.
Yeah, like a reddish brown fur, or hair, body fur, and blonde mane and tail.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was like, what in the world? I was driving. And I couldn't get my camera out because I was driving. I was like, oh, yeah. No one's gonna believe me.
Oh.
Yeah. I was like, oh. But anyway, I don't know where I heard this from, but I think there was someone that told me that their friend named their horse Fartbox.
What? Why?
I don't know. I think because he was gassy all the time.
I guess.
Yeah, because horses can get gassy. So, but who names a horse Fartbox?
Man, that sounds like something that like Ren and Stimpy would name their horse.
Yeah. or
Beavis and Butthead.
Or the Jackass Crew. No, they would name it worse than that.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
So I can't think of any other. Oh wait, I think I might have talked about this before. The crab incident.
Oh no, you haven't.
Okay. I wasn't sure if I mentioned it in a previous episode or not.
You said you mentioned. I don't know if you did or not, but
Oh, the crab story. Yeah,
the crab story. You said when I was talking about the sand crabs, and you said, "Oh, I got a story to tell." But yeah, that was that was when you mentioned it. But yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I think I told this in person to someone else then.
Yeah.
So the crab incident.
Because I haven't heard it.
Okay, so the crab incident. It was on the same vacation at South Padre Island. So it was me, my mom, my sister, and my grandma who all went together. All on my mom's side, my mom's mom. So we had we just finished eating dinner at the nearby restaurant.
Excuse me, sorry.
You're good. So we were on our side of the street that the hotel was on, and because of the sidewalk, we were basically walking single file. And I was in the back. And everyone else that saw it just walked away, but I didn't notice it. So I looked down, and I see this crab. It was a blue crab.
Oh no.
And it backed up against a telephone pole and raised its pincers towards me.
So those are good eating, by the way.
Yeah, I've actually eaten crab before. I do like it. Anyway,
Dungeness crab's the best. No, snow crabs are the best.
Good to know. Yeah. So basically, everyone else, they had avoided it. They noticed it. I didn't. I failed my perception check.
Oh no.
And so basically, everyone else, they're just walking, and all of a sudden from behind, they just heard me going. Just.
you yelled so loud. You was like, then they heard me scream.
Yeah. So I basically screamed like a little girl.
Oh.
I screamed like a child.
Oh.
And I jumped extremely high. I must have jumped like 2 feet off the ground.
Did it pinch your toes or something?
No, it just scared me.
Oh.
Because I was wearing closed-toe shoes, it wouldn't have hurt me.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, it basically just completely scared the crap out of me.
I bet.
And, yeah, so, nowadays, they don't let me forget. Don't let me forget, either. So, like, a while back, like a few months ago, my mom, she showed me this little video clip of a knife holding crab.
Oh, I saw that video.
Yeah. So she saw that video, she showed it to me, and basically said, "Look, Archer, it's your friend!" And I just went, "Shut up! Come on!" Like, I rolled my eyes, I was like, "Whatever, shut up, Mom." Just, I was done.
Oh, wow.
And, later on in that same vacation, we went to a store that sold souvenirs and stuff, t-shirts, things like that.
Oh no!
So
I think I know where this
my
is
grandma,
going.
my grandma, she found this lobster toy and handed it to me, and she meant for it to be a joke, like, "Hey, look, now you can remember this memory forever," as if I wasn't going to already. And I bought it out of spite.
Oh,
It's
no.
in a box somewhere, but as soon as I find it, I'm gonna have it as a decoration somewhere around my desk, so I can never truly forget.
If that happened to me, I would put it in my bathroom because my bathroom's like beach themed. So.
Oh, actually, so is mine.
What the crap, man?
Actually,
Quit
do not
copying me.
do not credit me for that. That was my mom's idea. We have like sea turtle paintings.
So is mine.
Oh, maybe your mom and my mom need to meet each other then, because we have some talking to do.
Yes.
We have a lot of discussions to be had, I guess.
Oh my. Yeah. I'm afraid about that, cause long story short, my mom has a really bad filter, so.
Oh, you know what? So does my mom.
No, I mean, she doesn't swear or anything, but jokingly she does. But I mean, like, she says whatever she thinks.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, that's not the worst thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're both medical workers.
Yeah.
So they have that in common. Yeah. Although your mom's a nurse and mine's a lab technician, but my grandma was a nurse before she retired. Well, those aren't all the vacations I've been on, but that one is, the two I mentioned are probably the most memorable.
Yeah, like with mine with Gulf Shores and the Cruise and Whistler, Canada.
Yeah.
Now, I have skied before in Colorado and up in Denver.
Mhm.
Yeah, I love skiing there too because it's one because it's closer. But
yeah,
when I was in the youth group, we would always go up and ski there during spring break.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it's snowy up there during spring break.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm fully aware. My dad has been there a few times. I've never been, but he has.
Oh.
And he's gone there during the spring because that's the best time of year to go.
Oh, I just remembered a story that my brother told me because this made me feel so bad for his friend.
Oh yeah.
So, we were up in Denver, Colorado for our ski trip with the youth, and
yeah,
there was two funny stories called the elevator stories.
Oh.
Yeah, because you never know what to expect. So, Austin had this friend that was like really autistic.
Okay.
I mean, like
severe.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
keep that in
I can't discriminate. I'd be a hypocrite, but
yeah,
keeping it in mind.
Yeah, keep that in mind. So him, I can't say any names though. Yeah. So Austin and his two friends, and one was the autistic kid, were in the elevator just goofing around, like he always does.
That sounds like something he would do from how you described him in the past.
Yeah. So, yeah, he's an extrovert, by the way. I'm the opposite.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the point is, he gets on him and his friends get on an elevator, and they're just goofing off, going up and down the elevator. And then there was this mother and her two kids that get on, and Austin's friend. I don't want to say autistic because it just sounds mean.
Yeah.
But his friend.
We both are, so we can't just say that.
Yeah, asks, "Hi, do you like pie? What pie do you like?"
The number or the dessert?
And so then they didn't answer, and whenever they got out of the elevator, they overheard the mother say, "And that, kids, is why we don't do drugs."
Oh.
I know. I was like, oh my word, what in the world?
I mean, I guess with lack of context,
yeah,
it would seem that way. So, like, if they had known, then they wouldn't have said that. So, like,
yeah,
it's still kind of funny.
It
just
is
one of those feel bad kind of laughs.
Yeah, Austin.
Like watching South Park kind of laughs.
Him and his friends had a big laugh out of that. They did feel bad, but they couldn't help but laugh at it. Even his quote-unquote friend, even his friend, I shouldn't say quote-unquote, but anyway, his friend was laughing about it too. even though he didn't understand.
Well, that's fine.
But
you can laugh for
the weirdest elevator story that he told me from that same trip is about like a few minutes later. They get to the top floor. And then a black lab just suddenly walks into the elevator, sits down, and waits until it gets to the bottom floor, and then walks out, goes to someone's room. They were like, what in the world? But yeah, it was just there was no owner with the dog. It just walked in on its own, and then walked back out. It skipped.
That is so weird.
It skipped all the other floors except the bottom and the top floor.
Makes me wonder if he would have or if it would have hit the button on its own if no one else was inside.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
Man.
Oh my word. So anyway, that concludes this episode of RandoConvo, and thank you all for tuning in, and hope you got a kick out of all these vacation stories.
Yeah, we might have to do a part 2 because I've got a few more actually.
Oh, definitely. I would probably have to get a guest to hear their stories too.
Yeah, that would probably be more interesting too.
Yeah, we gotta get a guest next week.
Yeah, we'll get a guest.
Yeah. So, hope you all enjoyed this episode, and we'll see y'all next week. Bye!
Bye, everyone!